So I see Lemmy Plummer, or Lemon Pepper as y'all call him, is up on X spewing lies. But let me tell you something. Never trust tweets, only trust receipts. I'm about to break down for you the entire situation when it comes to Zeus ownership. I get a call from a good friend of mine, Lamorne Morris. Congrats on your Emmy, by the way, my brother. Lamorne tells me that he has a colleague named Lemmy Plummer who wants to meet with me about starting a social network. His pitch was he wanted to start a black Netflix for influencers and call it the Social Network, which was already a Facebook movie, by the way. He offered me a good amount of equity in the company and said he was going to look out.
Sat down and talk. This girl got a real mental problem, bro. And I'm not trying to talk about nobody or nothing. This girl needs to see somebody.
Became the Zeus Network. In our operating agreement, Lemmy's job was to put up the money for the first round of content, which he'd get back soon as we launched. Myself, Batch, and Amanda's job was to use our audience and our face and our likeness to blow up the company and give it a legitimate name. Lemmy's like, look guys, I'm a nobody, and you guys have the influence and celebrity to make this work. So that summer,
they say fame comes with a price, but no one warned us just how high that price could be, until now. What started as a flashy reality TV platform promising visibility and opportunities for Black creators has slowly unraveled into a house of secrets, lawsuits, mental breakdowns, and accusations of abuse. Today, the truth about Zeus Network is exploding into public view, and it's not coming from journalists or courtrooms, but from inside their very own house of chaos. The latest bombshell. A furious and emotionally raw exposé from Darren, the ex-boyfriend of Zeus star Rollie, who claims the network thrives on exploiting its talent, silencing them with money and hiding a culture of violence behind designer bags and viral clips. Darren didn't just tell his story, he blew the lid off everything. In a nearly 2-hour rant that's now making waves across social media, Darren details how the toxic environment at Zeus turned Rollie into someone unrecognizable, how cast members are mentally deteriorating, and how producers allegedly offer hush money to keep anyone from speaking out. According to Darren, the smiles you see on Instagram are painted over pain, manipulation, and a deep rot in the core of a network that claims to celebrate Black excellence. He paints Rollie not as a villain, but as a victim, broken, paranoid, and overwhelmed by a machine that values conflict over care. He describes witnessing her spiraling into rage, isolating herself, and even endangering her health, all while Zeus stood by, encouraging more drama for ratings. And he's not alone. Darren's claims echo what fans, bloggers, and even former cast members have whispered about for months, that Zeus Network doesn't just capitalize on messiness, it manufactures it. That it doesn't support its talent, it strips them down and sells them to the highest bidder. And when they've outlived their usefulness, they're tossed aside, discredited, or paid to disappear. Darren went further, saying Rollie isn't even the worst-treated cast member, pointing to stars like Scotty. Isn't even the worst-treated cast member, pointing to stars like Scotty who, according to him, were physically abused and gaslit behind the scenes, only to be pacified with gifts and purses like modern-day golden handcuffs. He claims that behind the glitz of shows like Baddies and Bad Boys Club, the cast is enduring emotional torment, exploitation, and toxic power dynamics designed to benefit one thing and one thing only: the network's bottom line. Darren isn't a passive observer either. He claims producers tried to rope him into the circus, even offering him a bag to cause chaos on camera. When he declined, he says they manipulated Rollie against him and painted him as the problem. In reality, he says, he was just trying to help the woman he loved, watching her sink deeper into a dangerous lifestyle that blurred the lines between reality and reality TV. He called out Lemuel Plummer, Zeus Network's co-founder and CEO, by name, accusing him of orchestrating the drama from behind the scenes, encouraging conflict, and refusing to offer real help or mental health support to the people making him millions. Darren alleges that Lemuel knows exactly what he's doing, using trauma as content and violence as marketing, and that the moment someone threatens to pull back the curtain, they're paid off or blackballed. These aren't just emotional grievances either. Darren's revelations follow years of growing concern about Zeus's ethics, from Joseline's Cabaret's infamous backstage fight to lawsuits from former cast members citing physical harm and unsafe filming conditions. There's a growing mountain of evidence that Zeus isn't just messy, it may be dangerous. And now that insiders are starting to speak out, the facade is crumbling faster than ever. But this saga isn't one-sided. Rollie, too, has spoken out. hitting back at Darren with her own set of jaw-dropping claims. According to her, Darren is nothing but a clout-chasing freeloader who moved into her home after just 3 weeks of dating, lied about his career, begged for chains and money, and manipulated her with love bombing and emotional blackmail. She says he was unemployed, broke, and using her fame to get bookings and clout in the Zeus circle. She claims he was even asking her 16-year-old son for money for food and weed, and trying to remove her security guards just so he could attend her events and be seen. Darren isn't an insider at all. He's a leech. But even if you believe her version of events, the one thing both sides agree on is that Zeus Network changed everything. Rollie admitted the job made her stressed, overwhelmed, and unrecognizable even to herself. Remember the ex-cast members from Joseline's Cabaret who accused production of putting them in dangerous situations? Or the rumors that Baddie's cast members are encouraged to fight with minimal intervention? Or the fact that Zeus doesn't appear to offer therapy, mediation, or any long-term care for the people at the center of its chaos? These aren't isolated incidents. They're symptoms of a toxic system. And it's a system that viewers, for too long, have supported with likes, subscriptions, and OMG, this is wild reactions. But as the lawsuits grow and the testimonials stack up, people are waking up. Even fans are beginning to ask, how much pain are we willing to watch for entertainment? How many mental breakdowns equal a viral moment? And when is enough enough? Darren's final message wasn't about fame or clout. It was a warning. He said more people will come forward, that the truth about Zeus will eventually come out, that this empire, founded on Black creativity but fueled by dysfunction, can't last forever. And he's not wrong, because the internet is already listening. Blogs are posting, TikToks are dissecting, and creators are demanding better. The reality TV industry is changing, and Zeus, whether it likes it or not, is being dragged into the light. So the question now isn't whether Zeus Network is toxic. The question is, how long will we keep letting it profit from pain? How long will we let creators be chewed up and spit out in the name of content? And when will someone finally say, this isn't entertainment, it's exploitation? The truth is out. The curtain's been pulled back. And now the world is watching.